Hey, how you doing? It's Khoa here. In this video, you're going to learn how you can make $2,000 per week by reading this book, The Armchair Guide to Property Investing. So let's go. Alright, so let's check out this book, shall we? This book is written by Kingsley and Bryce Holdaway. So overall, this book really does cover the very basic fundamentals of property investing. If you're a complete newbie and you don't know anything about property investing and you're looking at stocks, business, or even real estate to invest, this book is a really good book which just goes into just the very basic details on building the possibilities of making money through property. And for this particular book, the first initial chapters is just very basic. It just talks about his story, about how he started, and he didn't have a rags to riches type of story. It's just a very middle class type of story where he was just working and he just had a very comfortable upbringing, just very normal, right? It wasn't a rags to riches story, which you commonly hear, but in this book it just goes on about how they discovered property investing and how they were able to retire using it. So to be honest, a lot of the initial chapters, all the way to the last two, was very basic. It was very basic and just covers the importance of real estate investing. As you get closer to the end, the last two chapters I found it really useful, where they start talking about the actual strategies that they use to actually buy a property. So in the last chapter, I noticed that they covered, there was chapter 9, which is 8 investment strategies. So there's all these different strategies that they apply to investing their money into property investing, and they call it these different types of names. So for example, the boomer, the wave rider, and all these ones, I thought it was a bit weird to have those different names. I couldn't really follow those names. Could you just give me just a typical strategy? Number 1, hold or flip and sell, or hold for 5 years and sell. Just give me those ones instead of these really weird names. So I just thought it was kind of weird with those different 18 strategies. So I couldn't really follow that one. But anyway, the very last chapter, which is how they go about how do you actually make $2,000 per week in real estate. So the last chapter talks about their different clients and how they were able to take their current financial position, acquire properties, and then eventually retire on $2,000 per week, which is the essence of the title of the book. So what they did was that they looked at the current financial position for their clients, right? And then what they did was they switched their existing properties to interest only, so therefore the cash flow is unlocked. So for example, if you're paying principal and interest for your property, and let's say it's $1,000, but if you switch over to interest only, it might be $600 per month. So therefore you got that $400 cash flow. Now with that extra $400, what they're recommending is that you take that money and put it into an offset account where you continually save, and that offset account will reduce the interest payments on that particular property. So you might be thinking, oh, hang on, you can't really pay off the property over if you're just doing interest only, right? And the answer is actually you can, by having enough money in your offset account, which will ultimately reduce the interest payments, and eventually you'll be able to pay down your mortgage a lot faster. So that's their strategy there. Another one is they said that by investing a property over time, if you hold on to those properties over time, it will increase in value and it will increase in rent, and therefore you'll be able to either sell off those properties, which will pay down those other 2 or 1 property, and you'll be able to live off the income from those properties. So in a way, it's nothing really revolutionary what they're sharing. We all know to buy and hold properties, we all know to sell them when they go up, and we all know to cash in and even pay down those existing properties if you've been reading these books for quite a while. So overall, I would just like to say that this book is very basic. It's very simple to read, easy to understand, and I think it's really catered towards the ones who don't know anything about property investing. If this is probably your first book on property investing, yeah, great. I think you should go for it. But if you've been reading a lot of real estate books, like I have, it's a very simple book. I thought overall it's pretty good. It's a pretty good book. I thought it was kind of weird to see on the headlines, on certain chapters, you can see the face of Bryce Holdaway I'm not sure why. It's the first time I come across a book where you can see his face on all of the headings. I thought it was kind of awkward. I mean, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that was kind of weird there. But ultimately, I think this is a great book if you want to get started in real estate investing. Go check out the book. It's on Amazon. And go check out their podcast. I think they've got a podcast at the moment where they share a lot of real estate investing tips and strategies on how you can boost your property portfolio profits. So anyway, I hope you like this video review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.